Before discussing all of the wonderful benefits of the e-power, we should probably go over a few recommendations or precautions. Of course, every medical device manufacturer will always want you to consult your doctor before you use any new medical device. And Deanna has already mentioned that it is advisable to drink a lot of water before using the e-power. Drink a glass before and a glass after, and that'll help the e-power be even more effective. And it is also recommended that if you're going to use the e-power more than twice a day, to use it in multiples of 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes. Of course, there's some of us that just sleep with it at night and use it in the continuous mode, and that's how I like to use it. And if you have kidney problems, you should probably not use the e-power too much at the beginning because you are going to experience some detoxing, and it's probably better to take things a little slower. And so put it on low and don't use it so much at the beginning. And as your body gets used to the detoxification process, you can increase the amount of time that you use it. And as Deanna has already mentioned, if you have a pacemaker, don't use the e-power because the pacemaker is an electrical device. It is also recommended that you don't use the e-power if you are menstruating, if you're pregnant, if you have high fever, if you're wearing a lot of metallic items such as rings and jewelry, or if you've had an organ transplant within the last 6 months. Just wait that period of time and then start using it slowly and build up your use of it. If you have had alcohol within the last hour, wait a little while before you use it. And if you've had a major operation within the last 6 weeks, just wait until that time has passed, and then again, start using it slowly and build up your use of it. Let's take a look at some of the benefits of HTE's new e-power device. It was designed to create negative potential energy, which equals the energy for rest, with high frequency energy, which equals more ATP. It consists of the e-power control box and its wave-guided belt. It is truly a technological breakthrough in electronic healthcare products. The e-power was designed to provide that negative potential energy, which is the Annan effect, with high frequency energy, which is resonance. Its development resulted from many studies of several brilliant men. Earl Sutherland of the United States received in 1971 the Nobel Prize for his discoveries regarding the mechanism of the action of hormones. He showed that the signal used to communicate between cells is converted to a signal inside the cell. This signal occurs in the cell membrane. Nobel Prize winners Alfred Gilband and Martin Rodbell in 1994 discovered actually how they worked. Further studies showed that the ATPs, or adenosine triphosphates, are the energy-carrying molecules found in the cells of all living things. The ATP transports chemical energy within the cells for your metabolism. It is the energy source that your body needs not only to survive, but to thrive. Many people do not realize why positive potential energy can be harmful to one's body. It is because if the cell membrane has the positive charges, the nutrients, oxygen, and water, or H2O, cannot get into the cells, and the waste and carbon dioxide cannot get out. And the inside of cells, therefore, end up with too much sodium and hydrogen. So why is negative potential energy within the cell so important? It is simple. When the cells have enough negative potential energy within them, the positively charged nutrients, water, and oxygen can get inside the cells, and the waste products, the carbon dioxide, can get out. The principle of the e-power designed is to use the technology to develop negative potential energy and high frequency energy to combine the theories of modern medical science, electronics, traditional Chinese medicine, and the biology of micromolecules. An anatomy doctor at the University of Bologna in Italy discovered that the human body is a semiconductor of electricity. Using your body as a capacitor, the e-power creates an internal energy that will balance and revitalize you. The electrical potential in the human body is considerable. There are 30 to 40 microvoltages in each cell membrane in your body. And since there are approximately 6 trillion cells in the whole body, the total electrical potential is enormous. Now let's look at the electrical potential of several cell membranes. Now if you're a good, healthy child, you would have approximately 70 to 90 millivolts in your cell membranes. But if you're sick or you're tired, those millivolts may drop down below 60 millivolts. If you're a little older person, and maybe you're sick or maybe you have full-blown cancer, those millivolts are going to drop down around 15. And if you actually have some of those cells start to die, they'll actually go to 0 millivolts. Let's look at a comparison of positive and negative electron ion fields have on your body. On your anatomic nervous system, if you have negative field action, this stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system and causes relaxation. Positive causes stress and stimulates stress. The whole body is benefited by negative field action because it calms, relaxes, and helps you with deeper sleep, whereas positive may cause you to have stress, insomnia, and depression. Your adrenals are affected. If you have negative field action, they are in balance. If you have positive field action, they can be overstimulated and can cause you burnout. Bone fractures are healed better, as proved by the FDA back in 1974 and 1977. Whereas if you have positive field action all around those membranes, they may not heal quite as rapidly. Your nutrient absorption is increased with negative field action and is dampened by positive. Your hormones are put into balance with negative field action, but can get out of balance with positive. Your oxygen intake is actually improved up to as much as 30%, as proven by studies, whereas it is decreased with positive field action. Your urinary function is increased with negative field action, as it helps the body detoxify and relax, whereas positive field action actually suppresses this. Your bowel movements are improved with negative field action because it helps the body again to detoxify and relax, but you can actually create constipation with positive field action. Your respiration is helped with negative field action, as it increases the amount of oxygen your body takes in and improves your breath volume, whereas this is dampened with positive field action. Your pulse generally goes down with negative field action and can speed up with positive field action. Your capillaries, vessels, expand, giving you increased oxygen with negative field action, and actually contract, resulting in less oxygen if you have positive field action. Your blood pressure tends to normalize with negative field action and tends to go up with positive field action. Your blood sugar is lowered, giving you a reduced risk of diabetes with negative field action and can be increased with positive field action. Going on, your pH is improved with negative field action because it helps alkalize the body. When your cell membranes have over 70 millivolts, it can help take the pH to as high as 8. The electrons spin clockwise, spinning off the acid-water waste. But with positive field action, when your cell membranes have less than 70 millivolts, your pH can go as low as 2. The electrons spin counterclockwise, attracting the acids and waste. The good bacteria is supported by the negative field action because the good bacteria have positive charges and are attracted by the negative field action, whereas the positive field action actually attracts the bad bacteria because they have a negative charge. Cancers and pathogens want an acidic environment and thrive in such, whereas the E-power destroys the environment which they need to live in and which they thrive in. Enzymes are supported and have greater activity with negative field action, but those enzymes decrease in activity with positive field action. Negative field action actually helps the body rid itself of lactic acid, but the lactic acids increase with positive field action, which causes fermentation. The calcium absorption increases with negative field action and relaxes the body, but decreases with positive field action, causing stress and shutting down the sympathetic nervous system, causing osteoporosis. The amazing E-power does even more, as it helps increase the potassium in your cells with negative field action, whereas positive field action actually decreases the potassium in your cells, causing stressors and shutting down the parasympathetic nervous system. The E-power helps you absorb more magnesium in your cells, which increases your energy with the negative field action, whereas the positive field action decreases that magnesium and your energy, shutting down the sympathetic nervous systems. Sodium is increased in and around cells with negative field action, but is decreased with positive field action. The mitochondria can increase ATP energy dramatically with negative field action, which is great for your muscles and heart, and can decrease energy, causing fermentation and loss of ATP with the positive field action. Your liver actually increases in function with negative ATP and decreases with positive field action. Your body is helped in terms of blood coagulation with negative field action as it reduces the chances of clots, whereas in positive field action, it increases your risk of blood clotting. Your white blood cell count is actually increased with negative field action, whereas stress and positive field action can decrease your white blood cell count. In terms of collagen and skin cells, the negative field action increases the collagen and stimulates the skin cells, diminishing your wrinkles, whereas positive field action actually increases wrinkles. The fat cells and cellulite in your body are increased with positive field action and decreased with negative field action as it helps the body rid itself of acid, which is fat. Your metabolism is increased with negative field action and decreased with positive field action. Your digestive system is improved with negative field action and decreased with positive field action. Your immune system, which we all want increased, is stimulated by negative field action, which increases the number of macrophages, B cells, T cells, and helper cells, and improves your immune function, whereas positive field action dampens this and diminishes your immune function. So what does this all mean? One, it means the increase in cell membrane voltages activates the sodium-potassium pump in your body, which allows for the regeneration of cellular energy and increased body energy. It means the improvement of oxygen in your system. It means the increase of vitality and cell function. It means the increased nerve regeneration, as was shown by university studies back in 1998. And it also means that the E-Power helps activate those enzymes that change acid back to alkaline, which helps you slim down and reduce those fat cells and rid them from the body. Number two, it means the improvement of blood circulation due to vasodilation. Now this allows the capillaries to receive more oxygen, up to 30% by study, back in 1967. It also means the reduction of blood flow resistance returning to the heart. This, of course, lowers blood pressure. It also can increase detoxification. It means the improved nutrient supply and improved nutrient supplement utilization so you get out of them the vitamins and minerals that you need for your body. It means changing acidosis to alkalinity. It means that the E-Power will help accelerate the healing of wounds and increase your performance in sports and competition. And it means clear mental performance, focus, and concentration. Number three, you get a release of calcium, a messenger substance, by increasing your metabolism. You get the benefits of cell division. You get a reduction in vascular function. The E-Power balances cortisol and adrenaline, which is relieving stress. It regulates the adrenaline receptors and keeps them from becoming adrenaline resistant. It activates the insulin receptors and keeps your insulin in better balance. It improves the nerve function and keeps them in better balance. It activates macrophages and T cells, as per the study in 1990. And it helps with back, muscle, and spinal column therapy. Number four, it triggers the spleen and bone marrow to increase calcium. By the piezoelectric effects, it increases bone tissue. It helps to have stronger bones and eliminates osteoporosis. As we get older, the bones resist PTH from the parathyroid gland, or thyroid, to make more bone-forming cells. The negative fields increase this function. Number five, the E-Power shortens recovery and repair time for athletes and their disabilities by strengthening muscles, bones, tendons, and ligaments. It reduces inflammation. It is great for rheumatism, arthritis, bruises, fractures, paralysis, and muscle and nerve tension. It reduces the risk of injury and helps the regeneration of injured cells. Number 6, it gives you pain relief by interrupting the transmission of pain stimulus to the brain. It relieves muscle tension, leg cramps, and spasms. Number 7, the e-Power improves the function of the stomach and intestines through the regulation of the plexus internium by increasing digestion activity. This results in an increase in metabolism, which then results in an increase of weight loss and the building of muscle mass. Number 8, you get an increase in collagen by stimulating the fibroblast. This increases the activity of connective tissue cells, and this increases the nerve and skin regeneration. The e-Power combines the actions of negative potential and high frequency, which was invented by Yiten Zaianzi of Japan. Let's look at the e-Power's design. Its output frequency is 1, a very safe high voltage current, but a super low amperage, only 1 over 1,000. This creates a high frequency and a negative potential. You can use it for 30 to 60, 60 to 90 minutes, or even continuously. The indicator on the e-Power is designed with a fluorescent VFD technology screen, and the housing of the unit is made of a very high quality PVC. In addition to the high quality PVC, the e-Power utilizes very precise and stable integrated circuits. All of the pieces and parts and electronics of the e-Power are tested with vibration testing and high temperatures continuously for over 24 hours to ensure a very high quality control. The escape of any electricity from the e-Power is much lower than the norm of medical products, being 0.5 of a milliamp. The high frequency output of the e-Power is only 70 kilohertz. The negative potential output of the e-Power is 1 over 600, 1 over 800, or 1 over 1,000 volts. The unit can pulse from a positive polarity frequency of 2,500 on the high side to a negative polarity frequency of minus 600. The design characteristics of the e-Power are great. It's small, it's lightweight, it's portable, and by its concept is suitable for everybody's use in today's families. It is aesthetically pleasing with plenty of ventilation chambers underneath it to help lengthen out its product life. Number 3, it is easy to handle and use, and most importantly, it has no negative side effects. It's compact, it's light. You can use it at home or at the office, or it's light enough and small enough to take it with you everywhere you go. It's like taking a portable health machine with you. Number 4, it's designed with 2 ports on it, so if you have 2 wave-guided belts, 2 people can use it at the same time. The e-Power activates your body to its maximum potential and improves the functions of the body's 8 main bodily systems, and it can be used by everyone in your family 1 year old or older. The 8 main systems that the e-Power helps are the circulatory system, the immune system, nervous system, skeletal system, digestive system, weight system, bowel system, and skin system. As it relates to the circulatory system, about 80% of the illnesses that exist in the human body come from the circulatory system. A cardiology specialist from the United States mentioned and said, the good maintenance of the heart and the circulatory system can prolong your life. So how does it do it? It's simple. The body begins to react to the negative potential energy and starts to remove acids, sediments, impurities, and triglycerides and cholesterol that sticks to the walls of the blood vessels and the cells. This also increases ATP energy and balances your pH. The e-Power helps the nervous system because for people with imbalances of the autonomous nervous system, they get headaches, insomnia, and stress, and constipation, and a lot more. So how does the e-Power work? 1, the negative potential energy can increase the anions in the cellular membranes and improve the blood vessel flow. Then the autonomous nervous system reaches equilibrium by absorbing the anions, which in turn regulate the functions of the blood vessels and internal secretion systems. The digestive system is benefited by the e-Power because each of our cells contain on average 500 to 2,000 little factories called mitochondria. that are responsible for supplying our energy needs. This creates ATP energy. As an example, there are 1,000 to 2,000 mitochondria, or DNA, in a single liver cell, occupying roughly a fifth of its total volume. These mitochondria are essential for turning the food we eat into energy in the form of the molecule ATP. The digestive system has several mitochondrial diseases that can affect many organs of the body and systems. These include gastrointestinal problems, constipation, acid reflux, ataxia, which is the loss of balance and coordination, and several learning disabilities. So how does it work? Well, the E-Power can increase the electrical potential of cells where the mitochondria live. Now, it can help with problems of gastric ulcers, stomach pains, and insomnia, and improve the overall health of individuals. The negative potential energy from the E-Power stimulates the cells and can reactivate the enzymes of ATP. Now, it will also increase the ability to compose or to create ATP in the membranes. Now, these mitochondria also exist in the muscular cells. And when you stimulate the bowels, it softens the hard excrement, stimulates the intestines to increase bowel movements, and eliminates constipation. Now, when the E-Power reactivates the enzymes in those intestines, it prevents the loss of nutrient that your body needs and improves your metabolism. Now, your improved urinary system function is created by the negative potential because the negative potential starts the detoxification process. This increases digestion, which improves bowel and urine function. Now, you'll know that the E-Power is working because at first, due to the detoxification process of the E-Power, the urine may look foamy and the stool may have a very strong smell. The revival of enzymes helps diminish the workload of the kidneys and the liver and thereby helps you improve your health. Now, here's one we all want an improvement on, our immune system. Now, when there's a negative potential energy, the C proteins, which are the ones located in the blood, are activated. And the C proteins are in charge of the immune function, and they reduce inflammation. Now, when those C proteins have been reactivated, the immune system improves, and it will accelerate cicatrization, which is the healing formed by scar tissue, and helps improve the immune system problems, including stress, asthma, eczema, allergies, etc. Now, the skeletal system is also improved by the power, because for some people, the body does not absorb enough calcium, or it loses calcium ions, which can result in osteoporosis. And so how does it work? It's easy. The action of negative potential energy increases the ability of cellular membranes to improve the exchange of ions. Now, this exchange balances the ions inside and outside of the cells, and this will reserve the calcium ions in the bones, helping to improve the problems of osteoporosis. Now, here in this slide, you can see the effects of osteoporosis. You can see the normal bone matrix and some bone that is suffering from osteoporosis, where a lot of that calcium has been lost. And of course, those bones pictured here on the right are far more likely to break. Now, here's a benefit of the E-Power that almost everybody is excited about, and that's weight loss. You see, the E-Power helps unblock channels of energy in the body, and it accelerates the process of fat burning. But more than that, it strengthens the skin and firms the figure of the face. Now, here you can see some pictures showing a reduction of fat under the chin. I've already started to notice some effects even on my own face. So how does it do it? It's simple. The electrical waves of the high frequency of the E-Power massages your cells 70,000 times per second, not per minute, per second. And this helps the skin recover its elasticity. The negative potential energy helps balance the blood's pH and accelerates the process of detoxification, making the skin look and feel healthy. So how does it work? Well, the supply of negative ions reduces the negative effects of the skin. It improves skin metabolism, which in turn helps the ability to reserve or preserve its oxygen. This helps eliminate the small lines of expression that you have on your face and the age spots, And if you're a woman that's had a baby, it helps reduce stretch marks and the lines that are created by pregnancies. Let's recap the advantages one receives from the e-Power. 1. It improves detoxification. 2. It reduces inflammation and relieves pain. And I can't think of anything would be better to help you try to preserve or regain your beauty than the e-Power and its slimming effects by helping the body rid itself of acids and fat. And 4, it lowers blood sugar, which lowers your risk of diabetes. It enhances the immune system. It activates cells and increases oxygen intake. And it improves the digestive system and relieves constipation. Number 8, it balances blood pH and can lower blood pressure. It balances the autonomous nervous system. It can help reduce stress. And it may help you reduce your risk of heart disease. And it increases ATP energy. This slide says 5 reasons to own an e-Power. My goodness, there's got to be a myriad of reasons why I would want to own an e-Power and do own an e-Power. But these are just 5, and they are: you get noticeable results. I've gotten the results. Others have gotten those results, and hopefully you will too. And number 2, to gain the energy that is obtained with that high frequency and negative potential. And it's a small machine. It's a portable machine. You can take it anywhere. It's like having a portable health machine that you can take with you everywhere you go. And lastly, it is safe and easy to use. And hopefully everyone that has watched and listened to this DVD will take advantage of the wonderful opportunity that you have of trying the e-Power to see what benefits you might receive from using it.